Me and JC are going to be ranking the best cards in NBA 2K23. My team, as you guys can see on the tier list, we already have like 17 cards already on the tier list. So if you guys want to go check out part 1, go to JC's channel. I'll leave a link in the description down below. Go check out part 1 and see how we ranked all these different cards. Now, usually when me and JC do these tier list collab videos, usually I'll do part 1, he'll do part 2. But this time we thought we'd just switch it up. So in part 2, we'll be ranking these next 17 best cards in my team. As you guys can see on my screen right now, these are going to be the next 17 cards we're going to talk about. But make sure you guys go watch that video on JC's channel, because there is a lot of debates about a lot of these cards, a lot of stuff we agreed on, a lot of stuff we disagreed on as well. But let me know in the comment section down below.
Donovan Mitchell,
don't even talk. We're not talking about Donovan Mitchell. If you guys want to hear our debate, go to part. We're not even mentioning that dude's name. He's in A tier on my tier. Don't even. He's in A tier on my tier list, and he's in D tier on JC tier list. That's all you guys need to know about what we disagreed on. But talking about the first card here, also how we doing, JC? I mean,
I'm doing great. Part 1 was so much fun. Y'all should go watch it. I know that's W self promo, but y'all should really go watch it because that was a lot of fun to make. I think this is gonna be fun as well. We're disagreeing more about cards than we have in the past, and that makes these videos fun.
Yeah.
So excited to be here. Glad that me and Evan are back at it doing these best card tier lists for y'all. It's been about a month, so excited to get back into it. Let's do it.
Yes, sir. Okay, so first card from my part is going to be Galaxy Opal Sean Kemp. I mean, you guys can see the cards on the tier list, so that's kind of what we're basing it off. I think at the power forward position, he's probably in B tier. I mean, you could maybe argue A tier, but we have Giannis in B tier, which I kind of disagree with. I'd probably go A tier on my tier list, but we have Giannis in B tier, which we settled on because JC wanted to go C tier. But I think Sean Kemp is probably B tier. He's still a really good offensive power forward, just not on the same level as guys like AD, and then not on the same level as guys like Bob and Dolph. What do you think, though?
I'm looking at my top 10 power forwards list that I did a few days ago, and I actually had Kemp and Bam both over Giannis, which is why I wanted to put Giannis in C tier.
Yeah, see, that's
moving on. I think he's B tier. Yes,
yeah,
I think he's better than Giannis. I really do, because he's got a better release, and release is so important to me, the way I play the game.
Yeah, okay, I do think B tier is fair. I mean, he's got a good jump shot, so I'd say B tier. Kobe, I think this is actually an interesting one. Is it crazy to say A tier?
A little bit. I think it's a little crazy.
A little crazy? You said high B? Because I do think he's better than Luol Deng. Very close, but I do think he's better than Luol Deng.
I don't know. I think it's close.
I think you know what? I think honestly, I'm gonna agree with you on this one. I think I'm gonna go high B tier, but I think you could argue low A tier. But I think we'll go B on that one. Kristaps. Now this is an interesting one because I think I've heard your opinion on this before. Maybe it's changed, but I think you said base Kristaps and base Hakeem are basically the same, or at least on the same tier. I actually disagree. I think Kristaps would be in B tier. Do you have him C?
Okay, so a month ago I would have put them both C. Now I kind of lean B for KP because he's 7-3 with a great release.
Yeah, I mean, he's the best popper in the game.
It's close.
It's definitely close. Like, I mean, if you're comparing,
he's 7-3 with Off Limitless.
Yeah, like if you're comparing it, it is like very, very close. But I think like Kristaps is just that one slight tier above Hakeem at the center spot. But I think B, C tier is kind of fair for Kristaps. You guys can kind of, debate if you'd want to put him in C or B. Next card is Magic Johnson. And this is a card we are probably going to agree on almost just as much as Donovan Mitchell. Maybe not as much, but because I know
you mean disagree or agree?
Oh, we're disagreeing on this one because I know exactly.
I have him hovered. Guess where I have him hovered?
You have him A tier and I have him C tier.
I have him S. Magic Johnson's so good. He is so good.
Okay,
I mean, he is incredible.
Let me explain this because I get attacked on every single tier list video I do, whether it's a top 10 point guards, it's a point guard tier list, it's a best card tier list. I will put Magic in C tier in pretty much every single tier list, or he'll be like, top 6, 7 point guard. And I get absolutely flamed in the comment section, which I think most people are going to agree on your side here.
Deservedly so.
I know most people are going to agree with JC here, so you guys can go, go sub to him because he's probably a better, YouTuber. You guys will like him more because he likes Magic. I mean, that's how the YouTube comments works. They agree with you on Magic. They probably like you more as a human being. So
YouTube comments, let's go.
Yeah, the YouTube comments definitely sides with you on Magic. For me, I know if you guys watch my channel, you guys will know I just do not like this Magic card. But I've said in the past on a bunch of tier list videos, I don't want to go too into detail, but I do think if you know how to use him, you run the perfect lineup around him, he can be the best point guard in the game because he's 6'9" and plays some amazing defense. So for that reason, I'm starting to see the light a little bit more on Magic, and I'm going to throw him in B tier, which if you guys are watching my tier list, that is a big step for me. I've never put him in B tier before, but I'm seeing the light a little bit each day. I used to have him in D tier, actually. I'm seeing the light on Magic.
2 more tiers up to go.
Yeah, we'll get there eventually.
I know you don't want to waste too much time on specific cards, but I just want to talk about Magic just a little bit. Go watch the best competitive players in the world play.
That
Not
is
even talking
true.
about myself, but just go watch Splash, go watch Ty, go watch even somebody like me. The guys who are the best players in the game, they're all starting Magic at this point. Why is that? Because he is so versatile at point guard. He is super switchable defensively. He is a great on-ball defender, a great off-ball defender, can guard 1 through 4 and even compete 1 through 5. His behind the back in the full court is incredible. His hop step is nasty. His between the legs is so good. I know his dribble style sucks. I know his release is slow, but he's so big, so versatile, so good on both ends. He is, in my opinion, the best point guard in the game, and I don't think it's close.
Yeah. I mean, like I said, it's a bunch of stuff that we'll have to agree to disagree on this one. We did not agree to disagree on Donovan Mitchell, but I think George Mikan, it's an interesting one because I just did a top 10 power forwards, I think, the day you guys are seeing this video. So I had George Mikan around the same level as Dwight Howard and Bam. So I'm kind of saying like C and D.
I think that's fair.
C, D. I'm gonna go C, but I don't exactly. I'm gonna go C for now. I think he's a better card than Dwight and Larry Bird, but what do you think?
I agree with you. I think I agree. I think C is fair. He's got a pretty good release. Booker base is good.
Yeah, okay.
I think he's pretty good.
I think we agree on Mike. And Jordan, I think, is also C, because I don't think he's a better shooting guard than Luol Deng. Is he D?
Mid. I would put him D. Release stinks, and release is so important, especially at a position like shooting guard.
Yeah, I mean, I don't disagree with D. I think C is, I don't know.
It's just he's got good sigs, but he doesn't have the normal leaner. His jumper is baited, and that is really important. You got to have a good release, especially if you're going to be a primary shot creator. He's just not a threat to stop and pop from 3, and that matters a lot. He's not going to give you the versatility of Kobe, Dr. J, Terry Dischinger, Kazi, even Luol Deng as a shot creator. And I think that hurts him a lot.
Yeah, I think we'll keep him D tier. I mean, you could definitely argue D or C. Donald, I think, is S tier. Is that crazy to say?
Oil, S tier is crazy, but baby oil, I still think he's great. I'd put him A.
A? Okay, I think I'll go A. I mean, I do think he's the best point guard in the game, but I think the next point guard, is that Penny Hardaway? It is. So Penny Hardaway, this is actually interesting. Who do you think's better, Donald or Penny?
I'm taking Penny because of the way that I play the game.
So would you put Penny S?
I'd put Penny A as well.
I
put them both in A. I think they're close. Don, again, he's still 6'3", but what he does have is he has a very high on-ball steal tendency, a good player build, a great release, great sigs, and great dunk animations. He's the best small point guard in the game by a mile.
Easily.
But he's still a small point guard. And
that's true.
For me, with how I don't like small PGs in the first place, putting him A just generally says how good he really is.
Yeah, that is true.
But I still, for me, am taking another tall PG like Penny. But regardless, I think we can put them both in A.
That's fair. So, no, I think this is the card that we're really going to disagree on. It's Cincinnati's pal now. So I do think he's a better. Before JC, wait, let me explain. So I do think JC thinks LeBron's better of a small forward, and it's a very close debate. And I've said this multiple times in my videos and your YouTube comment section. Every time I think about the debate between Cincy and LeBron of who's the better small forward, every single time I will change my opinion. Sometimes I think LeBron's better. Sometimes I think Cincy's better. I think JC's not even close. I think he thinks LeBron's a lot better. For me, though, it is really, really close. And really comes down to what you need from your small forward. If you need more of a defensive guy who has a better player model, taller, better wingspan, you go with a guy like LeBron. But if you want more offense, because in my opinion, I think it really comes down to the jump shot with Cincy, because I do think he's a better jump shot than LeBron, which is definitely debatable.
I don't agree with that.
See, that's what I mean. It's definitely debatable, but sigs-wise, you cannot compare the cards. Cincy moves 10 times better than LeBron. He's way better getting to the rim. LeBron might be better at finishing around the rim, but Cincy able to create his own shot a lot better. He's got the normal leaner compared to LeBron, who doesn't. I'm pretty sure. And then stats and badges wise, they're basically the same card. But what do you think? I mean, I know you're probably going to go into a
I'll let you put him A tier, but I don't think he's better than. I think it's a better debate to debate him and Harrison Barnes than it is to debate him.
I think that's fair.
Because I don't think his release is better than LeBron's, and I think LeBron being much bigger and a much more versatile defensive player in terms of his player build and his he's just a better lock. I know Cincy's a good defender, but he's significantly more undersized, especially player build, and that matters. I don't think you're running your offense through your small forward unless it's Tim Thomas. So he's a better playmaker, sure, but is he really? It's closer between him and Harrison Barnes.
I'm gonna keep him A tier.
I have Harrison Barnes A tier too, so I think we can go Cincy in A tier.
Yeah, okay. Kareem is an interesting one because he is the second best center in the game. But is it crazy to say as a card he's in B tier? Is that crazy to say?
That's not crazy to say at all. He does everything great except for the release, but he's got a 63 ball.
I do think he's the second best center in the game.
He can hit wide open.
Yeah, he can hit wide open. Don't get it twisted. He's the second best center in the game. I think for most people, maybe debatably the best. My opinion, me and JC, he's definitely not the best compared to D-Rob, but I think for some people you could argue because of the rebounding, because of that player model, he is better than D-Rob. But I think as a card overall, in me and JC's opinion, I think we're gonna go B tier just because he is the second best center in the game. But release wise, good release, but only a 63 ball definitely does lack. And then Ricky Davis, I think he's just a worse Kazi Russell. So I think I want to go B tier because I also would prefer a guy like Luol Deng over Ricky Davis. I think Luol Deng, Ricky, and Kobe are very, very close. So I think I all have them in the B tier spot. Would you kind of agree with that?
Okay, I would have put Ricky in B tier until today. I played Ty earlier today. He actually made a video on it, so I'm gonna watch that if y'all want. But the reason I say that is because Ricky Davis is my backup shooting guard. I have a pretty budget bench right now with the team that I'm running. The reason I lost that game, I lost by 3 points. The reason I lost was because of Ricky Davis. Defensively, he gets attacked. He does not compete at a high level defensively anymore against the elite level shooting guards in the game. Dr. J was legitimately toying with him on defense, and there was nothing I could do for the 5 minutes that I had to play Ricky Davis because I had to play my bench for a little bit. That was the reason I lost the game, was because he can't hold his own defensively against an elite level offensive shooting guard. He's an amazing offensive guard, and he is still one of the better shooting guards in the game, but he's going to get picked on defensively to a certain extent. So unless your opponent's running a PG who can't create much of a shot, I mean, like a Penny or Alonzo, he can compete defensively, and against those guys, he can be fine. But if you have to put him against a shooting guard, you're going to struggle. So I think C tier is fair.
Yeah, I think C, B tier. I think for now, we'll probably keep him in B tier just because he's kind of on the same level as Kobe and Ricky.
Still great offense.
Or sorry, Kobe and Lou. Yeah, no, I agree. Shea is also B tier, right? Because, or would you have him A? I mean, he's maybe
same level as Lonzo.
Yeah, I would say same level as Lonzo. I mean, they're very not similar in the way they play, but they're both kind of just one-sided, where Lonzo's a great defender and Shea's not a good defender, but he's great offensively, at least jump shot wise. So you would agree B tier, right?
I prefer Shea to Lonzo.
Yeah, me too. Slightly. I think Shea's better
because his release is better, but I think he competes more defensively than Lonzo does as a playmaker offensively. But they're both good cards. I think they're both B.
I think Shaq is an interesting one. I think for my playstyle, D, I would go C just because, I mean, he is probably the best offensive center in the game, and not three-point shooting wise, but just his ability to score the basketball. Like, I've seen, if you've watched Splash gameplay, I know he's probably playing some unlimited bots, but like people that aren't that good at unlimited, but I mean, he is crazy good if you know how to use him. Like RCA hoops with him as well. So I think D, C tier is fair for the card. You would want to go D, right?
Yeah, because
he can't shoot threes. Honestly,
he's the most dominant interior card in the game, but he can't shoot even a mid-range.
Yeah,
and that matters a lot to me, because if you are not involving him in every single pick and roll action, you're literally playing 4-on-5 with a dude paint sitting. And even if you do, you can still paint sit, especially if you're not an elite dribbler and shot creator from 3, because then you can still paint sit off the pick and roll and it just makes it so much. I think it limits your offense a lot when he's on the court. He's still going to be super dominant on the interior on both ends and going to be very valuable on the court. And he still is one of the best cards in the game. Remember that. Even guys in D tier are good cards, but I just think D tier is fair.
Yeah, I think it's fair. So the next two cards, I think we both agree on these next two cards. Terry S, Tim Thomas S.
Yes.
I think we can get that out the way. I mean, I don't think we're, especially Tim Thomas, I don't think we even need to go in, like, I mean, it's just Tim Thomas. So right now we have, 6 cards in S tier, which means we wanted to do 7 or 8, so we might have to move some cards. What?
We have 8. No, we have 7.
We have 7. Who'd you put in S?
I have, Magic.
Oh, Magic. Okay, so you have Magic in S. Okay, that's fair. I mean, you can keep Magic in S. Tim Duncan, A?
I think he's the last S tier. I think.
You think he's S? I don't disagree with that as a card. I mean, I think he's better at the center position. He's a good power forward, but I think
he's the only center that competes with D-Rob. I think he's better at center right now. I agree.
Yeah, so I'd say S tier for. Okay, hold on. Why is Wayne? Wait, what?
I don't know why you put Wayne.
How the hell did Wayne? Wait, I do not remember adding. Oh, okay.
D tier.
Yeah, no, D tier. I don't know. Okay, just forget. I don't know why Wayne Embry is on this tier list. I think I actually messed up when I was putting people onto this tier list. But yeah, so that's gonna be our tier list, guys. You guys can let me know. You guys can let us know in the comment section down below. What do you guys think about our tier list? What do you guys think about our S tier? Maybe what you guys will switch about the S tier category, and let me know maybe how you guys would rank the S tier between these 7 or 8 cards that we have. But hopefully you guys did enjoy the video. I just absolutely.
Where would you put Donovan Mitchell? That's the one thing I want to know. I asked it in my video. True. I want to know in y'all's as well. Put in the comments where you would have Donovan Mitchell in this tier list, S to D. Would love to know y'all's opinion because we disagree so much on that card.
That is true. Let us know where you guys would put D Mitch, because I have him A or B tier. JC has him D tier, so completely disagree on that one. Let us know in the comment section down below where you guys would put D Mitch on this type of tier list. But hopefully you guys did enjoy. If you did, make sure to drop a like and sub down below. Make sure to go check out JC's channel and his video as well, doing part 1 on the other cards that you guys didn't get to hear explanations on each card. But hopefully you guys did enjoy it, and we'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.